Salams and welcome. Thank you for joining me in another episode of the Quran in English Basics for Beginners. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. We are busy with Surah number 16, the wonderful chapter, amazing chapter of the Bee, Surah An-Nahl. Verse number 26. Those before them did also plot against Allah's way, but Allah took their structures from their foundations, and the roof fell down on them from above, and the wrath seized them from directions they did not perceive. Then, on the day of judgment, He will cover them with shame and say, "Where are my partners, concerning whom you used to dispute with the godly?" Those endued with knowledge will say, "This day indeed are the unbelievers covered with shame and misery." So this is a reminder once again that people who are living their life as if it is a joke, and they are committing crimes or evil or mischief, and they don't care about God, and they don't have an awareness of God, and they don't care about the harm that they're causing to people and to community. For example, if they're embezzling money or stealing money from people or even from government funds and so on, guaranteed they will stand in front of God, the Creator Supreme Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, on the Day of Judgment. And the Day of Judgment is also known as the Day of Shame, because on that day God will cover them with shame. Allah will shame them and He will cover them with shame and misery. They denied God, they denied Allah. So by denying God, they thought they can do whatever they want to. Whether they want to steal or do corruption in tenders or murder or rape or embezzle money or come out with all this silly AI. And it's very serious and it's very rubbish. These AI scams, financial scams, invest 4,500 and you'll get 100,000 or 300,000 and so on. These people must be ashamed of themselves that they are harming our South African people. Many of our people are not educated and they are suffering. Yet these shameless people are taking innocent people's money with financial scams. And on the Day of Judgment, may they be put through the biggest shame and humiliation. They think they can hide behind AI technology, or they think they can hide behind anonymous profiles or anonymous business companies, but at the end of the day, they cannot hide from God, and that is a guarantee. And may they be covered with shame and misery. Namely, those whose lives the angels take in a state of wrongdoing to their own souls. Then would they offer submission with the pretense, "We did no evil knowingly." The angels will reply, "Nay, but verily Allah knows all that you did." There's no point coming up with your excuses now. Don't you know, but that's not what I actually meant. It's not my fault, it's their fault. Your excuses won't help you. So if you're a criminal in government, or if you're a criminal in society, or if you're a criminal in the world stage, if you are invading other nations through colonial invasion and imperial expansion and expansionist policies and so on, remember, you can offer whatever excuses you want. You can manipulate and control the media as much as you want. You can fabricate as much lies as you want. You can only fool some of the people some of the time. You cannot fool all the people all the time, and you can never ever fool God at any time. God, most merciful, the supreme creator of the heavens and the earth, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, knows exactly the wrongdoing that people are doing, And those people who take joy out of the evil and the mischief making that they are doing, God knows exactly who they are. And they will stand in front of Him. That is a guarantee. Every single human being, irrespective of race or religion or ethnicity or gender or ideology, whether Christian or Muslim or Buddhist or Scientologist or New Age religion or Old Age religion or traditional healer or monotheist or pantheist or polytheist or agnostic or atheist, even those that don't believe in God, such as Professor Richard Dawkins and Charles Darwin and others, guaranteed they will stand in front of God without a shadow of a doubt. Then they will have the biggest regret of their life. They will have the biggest skirk of their life. That why did they not use their intelligence to try and ascertain the truth and separate truth from falsehood? Because the brain is absolutely amazing. And the Quran says without a shadow of a doubt, truth prevails over falsehood, and good prevails over evil, and right prevails over wrong, and the good people will prevail over the ones, the mischief makers, or those that deny God, or those that associate partners with God, or those that have a wrong understanding of God. The correct and true understanding of God is La ilaha illallah. There is only one God. There is no God but Allah. So, enter the gates of hell to dwell therein. Thus, evil indeed is the abode of the arrogant. So, whether you are an arrogant business leader, or an arrogant Fortune 500 CEO, or an arrogant member of parliament, or an arrogant post office employee, or an arrogant police officer, or an arrogant honorable member of parliament, or premier, or mayor, or an arrogant local ward councillor, or an arrogant teacher or principal, or an arrogant XYZ. If you are arrogant, it means you are holding up the banner of the devil, because the devil is arrogant. Shaitan is arrogant. So remove arrogance from your life before you meet your Creator. Otherwise, you will end up in the company of the devil, in the company of the evil ones. Because arrogance is a terrible quality. And on the day of judgment, the arrogant big shots of the world will be crawling on their hands and knees as little shots. They won't be big shots anymore. To the righteous, when it is said, "What is it that your Lord has revealed?" they say, "All that is good." Allah has revealed everything good. All that is good. To those who do good, there is good in this world, and the home of the hereafter is even better. And excellent indeed is the home of the righteous people. Gardens of eternity forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Gardens of eternity which they will enter. Beneath them flow pleasant rivers, amazing rivers, soothing rivers, bubbling brooks. They will have therein all that they wish for. Whatever you wish for, it is there. Whatever you desire, it is there. Whatever you want, it is there. No delay. You don't have to wait for a courier service. You don't have to place an order for it. You don't have to pay money for it. You don't have to now worry about the funding for it. Whatever you wish for, it's there. Thus does Allah reward the righteous. You want a BMW in your garage? It's there. You want a Ferrari? It's there. You want a watermelon? It's there. You want mangoes? It's there. You want a beautiful bed? It's there. Whatever you wish for, it's there. You want a nice holiday destination? It's there. You want a swimming pool in your garden? It's there. Whatever you wish for, whatever you wish for, it's there. Because you have focused on holding up the banner of goodness. and you are firm on La ilaha illallah, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Namely those whose lives the angels take in a state of purity, saying to them, peace be on you, enter you the garden because of the good which you did in the world. Now, there's so many narrations and traditions that tell us the difference in the condition of the people who believe and those who do not believe. At the time of death for the believers, the angels of death greet them so nicely, so beautifully. They take their souls out beautifully and softly, like water coming out of a jug. Softly and beautifully, your soul is taken out, and then there's millions of angels with bright, beautiful faces waiting for you, and they come with a beautiful shroud from paradise. Magnificent smell of musk and beautiful fragrance, and then they carry you, they fold you in that, and they take you to the first heaven, and then they greet you there, and then they give you permission to go further to the second heaven, and so on, until they reach the highest heavens. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that record my righteous servant in the register known as Illiyin, and then your name is recorded among those who are the righteous people. You then end up in the grave where you'll wait in bliss and in peace until the day of judgment. In contrast to that, those who don't believe in God, or those who have a wrong understanding of God, or those who deny the existence of God, their souls will be ripped to pieces. The angels won't be pleasant with them. Their souls will try and run around in the body, and it is as if you are ripping wet cotton wool on barbed wire or on thorns. It is being ripped to shreds. And the soul will be screaming, but the people won't be able to hear it, because this is in the spiritual transcendental dimension. So even though the families may say, hey, he died such a peaceful death surrounded by family and friends, but they don't know that the angels are not happy with them. Their soul has been ripped out of the body, and it's no longer beautiful angels with pleasant, bright faces. These are dark angels with dark faces, and they come with a shroud from hell, a terrible smell like rotten, foul, decomposing meat. And they hold their nose when the soul is taken out. They say, what a terrible soul is this? What a foul soul is this? And they hold their noses, and they wrap that soul in this terrible, terrible shroud. And as they carry it to the first heaven, the door is not open. They say, we don't open this door for this terrible soul. The soul doesn't even go further up. And then a voice announces from high up, put this wretched soul, record his name in Sijjin, which is the terrible register where his eventual punishment is recorded. So as a belief man, sir, life is not a joke. Don't follow the majority of people who are just focused on entertainment and holidays and can't be bothered. Money, money, money. They don't care who they rob in the process, as long as they get more and more rich. Money is very important. Don't misunderstand me. You must earn money. Islam teaches become rich as you can, but remember social justice. And Islam gives the powerful combination or the solution between capitalism on the one hand and socialism on the other hand. Capitalism is a failure. Socialism is a failure. Both of those are failures. Islam gives the best model, which is the hybrid model between socialism and capitalism. Islam says, yes, become a capitalist, become an industrialist, because that is important for the world to develop and for technological advancement. So become a capitalist, become as rich as you want to, but never forget the poor, the widows, and the orphans. So Islam says, get very rich, but also share your wealth with others, and this is known as philanthropic capitalism. And that is why we have 2.5% zakat. And over and above that as well, there are so many people who help the poor, the widows, the orphans. They build hospitals and cancer hospitals and building boreholes and wells and so on, because Islam teaches us about social justice, that the money must not only circulate amongst the wealthy, but the money must circulate through all stratas of society. And that is why Islam provides a beautiful solution which can combat poverty not only in South Africa but across the African continent and even the world. May your life be filled with barakah, blessings, abundance, goodness, rosy and rizq and abundance and afiyah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.